Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, head of DevRel at Dremio, and I want to just do a quick explanation of understanding how the role of Iceberg snapshots, okay, and how like Iceberg sort of, or really how Lakehouse table formats work, and use a sports analogy for those who, it may help, okay? So think about it this way. At the end of the day, what's happening with Iceberg and other table formats is that each snapshot is a version of the table. And really all that means, it's like a sports roster. Okay, so for example, if we're thinking about X team, let's say it's a basketball team. Every year you have a roster of players, a list of players who are on the team. Okay, so let's say multiple years, LeBron James is on the team. Now, just because I see LeBron James on the roster for multiple years, does that mean we have multiple physical copies of LeBron James? No, it just means that LeBron James was on the team for multiple points in time, okay? And like Iceberg, basically what's going to happen is that each snapshot is essentially a roster of Parquet files who are part of the team for that version of the table. So just because I see the same Parquet file in multiple snapshots doesn't mean we've duplicated that data. It just means that chunk of data is part of the table at different points in time. Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, and now what we can take away from that is that, again, you're able to track the different versions of a table. Okay, in the same way I can go back and find the roster of, the 2018 Lakers, okay, and then sit there and find those players and reconstruct that team as it was in 2018, not because I've duplicated or cloned those players. I just have a list of who the players are, and I can then go find them. So now, in Iceberg, I can take a look at a table as it was at a particular time by finding that snapshot, and then go read those particular Parquet files and be able to reconstruct the table as it was then. So this is generally, again, how Lakehouse tables work when it comes to something called time travel, okay? And hopefully this helps you understand sort of the beauty of sort of versioning with Lakehouse tables and snapshot isolation, and just sort of how time travel works and the ability to be able to scan those older versions of the table without necessarily duplicating all of the data every time you have a different version of the table. Okay, so I'll leave it at that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. I'll see you all later. Have a great day and enjoy.